This podcast is a proud member of the Unidentified Network.
Hello everybody, I'm two-time award-winning YouTuber Shane from Shane's Craft Beer Review, and you're watching CFZ TV. Let's check it out.
There are places that you go and nothing seems to make much sense. In my experience, sat on my side of the fence, there are people who encounter things that just seem to be weird. Strange things that everybody hears. It's so strange. The world gone crazy. It's so strange. And it ceases to amaze me.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever it is where you're watching. I want to welcome you to the first episode of Don't Whistle in the Woods. My name is David Scott. I am the Canadian representative of the Centre for Transzoology. Our regular host is not available this week, and she's having some moving issues. She's moving into a new home, so I may do this for a couple of weeks. I'd rather not, because she's much better looking than I am. The purposes of the show is to give On the Track and On the Track Extra a break from, we get so many stories in that don't quite fit into our cryptozoology and conservation side of things. We thought we'd give it its own platform because there is so much. So we'll be doing the paranormal, mythology, and whatnot on this channel. Don't Whistle in the Woods. The title I came up with myself. Yay me! And it's because of some Native American legends that I learned over the course of my life. One is you don't whistle in the woods because it'll draw in evil. Actually, quite a few indigenous tribes to Canada believe that whistling in the woods will call in a skinwalker. Skinwalker will come in and take your power, and the only way to destroy them is to have a shaman who is versed in the ritual to rid you of them, or you could call the person when they're in human form out in public. And either way, they'll be dead in 3 days and you'll be free. Other things you can draw in are Wendigo, bears, Bigfoot. All things you don't want to meet in the woods. Cougars, of course, skinwalkers are shapeshifters, so it could be just a skinwalker coming in to get you. So, other nations in the world, Eastern Europe, believe if you whistle in the house, you will whistle away your fortune. So I don't whistle in the house anymore because once I read that, because it would take about 0.6 seconds for me to be broke. I may have a quarter in the drawer of my desk here, but I don't think I do. Other things you don't whistle at are the Northern Lights, believe it or not. I just learned this myself this year, so I was this year's old. Some indigenous tribes or First People believe that the Northern Lights are the spirits of their ancestors. By whistling at them, you can gain their wisdom. Other Stations, people believe that whistling at them can call down your loved ones that you've lost recently, and you can meet with them for a while. Now, the most disturbing one is some believe that if you whistle at them, they will come down and devour you. So if you don't get eaten by the Northern Lights, don't whistle at them. I'm not going to take the chance myself. I really like the Northern Lights. I've enjoyed them my entire life. I moved way down south in the United States in Texas, and they're not visible there at all. So when I came home, I've been trying to see them ever since. But of course, Canada's weather is a lot like the UK's, and we have a lot of cloudy nights. And I'm just far enough south in Ontario that they're very seldom visible. And when I am up north, it seems to be overcast. So I have not seen them since I moved home. I am going to get that off my bucket list this year somehow, some way, even if I have to go sleep in the truck up in Churchill, Manitoba to see them, with polar bears wandering around. We really thank you for joining the show. We actually click like and subscribe so that you can see upcoming episodes. Upcoming episodes will be the Screaming Tunnels of Thorold. There's 2 of them. We already have 1 in the can. Ghost stories, Native American ghost stories, mythology, flying canoes, the Rougarou, and many other Canadian legends. And I also have one almost in the can on a haunted prison down in the United States done by one of the prison guards. So that will be really interesting to watch and see. We've got most of our shows lined up. If you want to send us a story, just videotape yourself for about 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, and we'll add you in because we don't need to interview you. We believe what you think we believe what you believe. I may not believe everything I read and see, but I firmly believe everybody has a right to their own opinion. We do ask you to stand by. There's a message from our founder, Jonathan Downs, over in the UK, but one of our members that we'd like you to watch and consider. Even if you could donate $1 to Lars, it would be awesome because every dollar helps. And this man has been such a help. I've seen some of his historic files and that. Since I've joined the CFZ, I was down in the States too long, CFZ, and this man is deserving of everyone's help. He's a stellar human being. That's all I have for this week. It's going to be a short show because of we want to do the fundraising for Lars. You can find us on CFZ Canada on Facebook. You can email us at cfzcanada2024 at google.ca. Of course, you can always go to the CFZ site in the UK just by clicking Center for Transzoology on Google, and it'll take you right there. You can email anybody there. We're all friends. We're all close. And we will gladly answer any of your questions. If there is an Eastern Ontario rep, her name is Robin Moonshadow. You can contact her. We're looking for representatives in the West and the East Coast of Canada and Northern Canada, Inuit, Yukon, Northwest Territories. The more people we have doing work, the more work we can get done. So thank you, and we hope to see you every Sunday here at 5 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time, and for a new show. And thank you, and have a great day.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name's John Downs. I'm the director of an organisation called the Centre for Fortean Zoology, which is the largest mystery animal research group in the English-speaking world, and we like to think the best. We've been going now for over 30 years, and in those 3 decades we have sometimes carried out campaigns to try to raise money for equipment or for expedition expenses, but one thing we never do is to raise money for ourselves, because money is nowhere near as important as the search for expanding the boundaries of human knowledge, which is, at the risk of sounding horribly self-important, what this organisation is all about. However, we are a family in a very real sense, and there have been times over the years that we have made appeals to raise money for members of the CFZ family who are down on their luck. And this time I want to tell you about my friend Lars Thomas. He was one of the earliest members of the Centre for Fortean Zoology back when in 1994 we started publishing our magazine Animals and Men. And I have known him therefore for 30 years this year, which seems to be a remarkable length of time. He has recently become very ill, and he's in a hospital, partially paralysed and not able to work or indeed do anything very much. And so Richard Freeman phoned me the other night and suggested that we do a crowdfunding exercise to try and raise some money for him while he is in such a dire straits. And so I had a word with Miss Guinevere, and she went and set it all up. And you can read all about the appeal here at this link. What I would like to say, ladies and gentlemen, is that Lars is a very nice, sweet and kind man who's been very kind and generous to all of us over the years, and it's about time, I think, that the CFZ paid something back. Please dig deep in your pockets and do whatever you can to support this very worthwhile appeal.